Okay, welcome. We had some technical difficulties there, but we are live here at Suzuka at the final round of the League Season 2. I am your host, Wonka, and I am joined by my co-commentator, Alan. How are you doing today, and how excited are you for the finale of Season 2?
Hello, I am beyond hyped. I hope everyone in chat is hyped too. There's a bunch to talk about, there's a bunch to review, and there's a bunch to see tonight. I don't know where you want to begin.
Yeah, that's a good one. I guess we could first maybe talk about the current standings, and then we can maybe go into the substitutions because we have a lot of substitutions today
Yeah,
for
big mix-ups
the
today.
both classes. Yeah, so let's see here. Let's get into the results. Okay, so we have currently in the GR4 class, we have Sir Hames right now in the lead with 112 points, and Nasty is currently in second place with 97. So Sir Hames, quite a bit of a lead here. He's been pretty dominant all season long, so I think he might have this in the bag. I think mathematically, right? He's already the champion. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I think I think barring something pretty catastrophic on his end, not to get that commentator's jinx in place, but I think a win is still worth 20 points.
Okay,
So I
so
think he's still
mathematically,
within the realm.
he's not out of the woods. Okay.
But I know 32 is going to go for it, and maybe we're getting a little ahead of ourselves, but this is our only track with rain on the calendar, so it only takes one mistimed pit stop from Sir Hames, and it could all come tumbling down if 32 Nasty pounces, as he has each time Sir Hames has had a lapse. I'm thinking of Mount Panorama in particular, so I know he's going to be in the hunt, and he's not going to give up till the very last lap. So, all to play for.
All right. So the championship is still open. So again, Sir Hames is gonna have to. It won't necessarily be a walk in the park. Because again, like if it does rain, it's gonna be tricky. But he does have, I think, all-wheel drive for the Mazda. So another advantage for him if it does rain. But the NSXs are also pretty good in the rain as well. Bishop with a solid third place, but he's only 7 points ahead of Dinosaur. So the third position, the third place finish for the championship is still wide open. Dinosaur, a contender for that position, adds as well with 50 points. Beto in sixth place with only 9 points behind. So any of these people could snag the top third position. And Motsky as well. It just depends on how things play out. And again, if it rains, it could toss a lot of things into complete chaos. So Little Jacob, I don't think he's racing today. Is he?
He's not. He did his birthday one and done. So I
That's
mean, an
right.
incredible weekend for him. But he is missed. We are probably gonna cover some drivers that won't be making a showing tonight. But Little Jacob's the first up. Just great season, or a great couple race weekends from him.
Yep. Then we have Token Timmy in ninth place, Nixon in 10th, a substitute who started full timing pretty early into the season, so he's got a decent amount of points. Bryn in 11th, Racer X in 12th, Killer Pros, I think, out for today. Lamb King also out, Rogue Neeper out. Trackhead also, I think he moved up to the GR3 class, and he's also out for today, I think. Sunny B in 17th, Ollie Bali in 18th, and then People and Happy Hippo. So the current team standings for the GR4 class, we have Avanti Corsa Honda at 133 points in first place. HHR Mazda in second with 125, so pretty close. I think it's only 8 points of a difference. Again, like, that's a huge swing considering there's 2 drivers per team. And Bahamut Subaru in third place with 115 points. Shinra Electric Power Company in fourth, Maelstrom Motorsports fifth, CrowdStrike Racing in sixth, and Vet Intimidator Racing in seventh place. And finally, for the overall team championship, this includes team points from both the GR3 and the GR4 class. Avanti Corsa Honda in first place, HHR Mazda in second with only 6 points behind, Shinra Electric Power Company in third place, CrowdStrike Racing in fourth, Maelstrom Motorsports in fifth, Bahamut Subaru in sixth, and Vet and Temperature Racing in seventh place. So a lot to digest here, like a lot to digest here. So the top two, the battle between HHR and Avanti Corsa is very tight in not only the GR4 class team championship, but also the GR3, but then the overall as well. And then you have Nasty and Sir Hames today fighting for the win. So much to play for here, so much to lose, and even like the third place battles are pretty close. So Bishop's gotta work a lot today in order to maintain that third position.
Yeah, I think that's going to be probably a big focus tonight is the third place. A lot of the drivers in those standings have either been extremely consistent or have put in big podiums in the last couple races. Mainly Dino with his stellar showing at Daytona, and Beto with a couple of podiums. But Ads and Bishop have been pretty consistent throughout the season. They're going to make last dash to clutch that third place. And I don't want to discount Motski either. He's right on the cusp of that big point swing. That's going to be a big train to follow, assuming we'll see how qualifying shakes out, but third place is totally up for grabs.
Yeah, and again, assuming, well, I mean, if it does rain, right? It's a lot of it comes down to luck, because it could be your track position and your decision making that makes the whole difference between, you know, making a pit stop and losing, and gaining 30 seconds a lap, or, you know, missing a pit stop and then having to go a full lap in slicks when you should have transitioned to intermediates. So again, like, the weather being unpredictable here will potentially play a huge role in the final standings. So really, really exciting stuff.
Yeah, in the lead up to the race, I hosted a lot of lobbies for both the GR4 and GR3. Those that are new to the league and the longer endurance races with added weather this time, a lot of these initial races were kind of a shock to the system of how to read that weather radar, what's the best tire to go on, when's the best time to get off the tire. I mean, we'll know pretty quickly if rain is going to appear in qualifying, but during the race it could happen at any point. With a length like this, GT7 allows for 7 different weather scenarios, so it can go from bright and sunny to torrential rain in a matter of 2 to 3 laps. So we'll be on our toes here in the commentator's booth, and all of their hearts will be in their mouth in the driver's seat.
I really wish we could check the weather radar as spectators. So Dinosaur goes into the pits early for some reason. And now we have Bryn starting his first outlap, the first of the group.
I think pole time we're expecting low 210s from what I've seen in some of the lobbies. I wouldn't be shocked if there was a 209 on the board.
Yeah, and Suzuka in particular is a very technical track. So Sector 1 here, Bryn is making his way through. The S's is a very delicate racing line that if you mess up any part of the racing line or your entry on any of the S's, it kind of ruins the rest of your pace throughout the curves, and then you can lose anywhere between half a second to a second just in that section alone. I feel like every section of this track is extremely technical. You have the S's, you have the Degner 1 and 2, which are also very tight radius turns, but very quick. And then the hairpin at the end of Sector 2, which we're going across right now. And then you have the closing radius spoon that's slightly off camber. So very technical in all very different ways. very challenging for the drivers to adjust to the different corners, and then if it rains, obviously that makes it even more challenging for the drivers to adjust.
Yeah, tire wear is going to be, I think, unlike Daytona, which was a fuel limited kind of race in regards to strategy, I feel like tires are going to be the big thing to watch this race as well. Particularly the fronts. Pretty much every driver I've spoken to is running a rear brake balance of 5 to the rear, so to give their front tires a little bit of a break. And then talking with the drivers about this track as a whole, a lot of them were just speaking to like the flowing nature of it, and it's really, like you said, one technical section after another. It, in my opinion, it is one of the most satisfying tracks to drive, either solo or in a race. But exiting one section, if you have a bad flow coming out of it, it's really hard to like mentally reset section to section, just because they're so immediate right after another.
Yeah, it takes a lot of mental fortitude in a way to kind of forget that you made a mistake entering the next section of the track if you just recently made one. A lot of times when you make a mistake, you kind of dwell on it, and then you kind of think about how you could have done that better. But then as soon as you start thinking about that while you're racing, it can just screw up the next turn that you have coming up. So definitely again, like, challenging track that's technical, but also mentally challenging as well.
So we have about 4.5 minutes left of qualifying. Sir Hames puts the first 2:10 on the board. I think the other driver to look out for right now is 32 Nasty, and Dinosaur has been putting in a ton of work. I know he's had a massive confidence boost from Daytona and a lot of confidence in that straight line speed. Bahamut representing a one-off livery as well. Happy Hippo is one of our substitutes tonight. It's a beautiful looking car.
I loved the intro video that Monsky made. That was absolutely amazing. I wish we could have shown it on stream. I think if I had more prep, I think like I could have like added it in, but I don't want to have too much, you know, like spotlight on one team over the other.
Oh yeah, I think next season I would love to do a whole pre-show for the opening and the closing races, just to showcase a lot of the work that our viewers on Twitch don't see. The reveal video is pure class. There's no other way to describe it. The music
so
choice,
good.
the angles, the lighting, it's incredible.
So Bishop coming out right now. Looks like he's starting his first hot lap. Bishop will be looking to make a solid performance today, and that starts with a good qualifying session. As you can see, he elected to run in clean air and wait for the pack to pass.
Just running down the order, seeing a lot of laps in the 212s. Looks like right so far 32 is the only one to break into the 211s, and Sir Hames sitting solo in the 210s.
The 187 Ninja says, shout out to the whole production crew and lobby hosts. Thank you guys. He says, lobby hosts, you guys rock. And the commentators as well. Always great. Thank you, Ninja. Really appreciate that. Bishop getting a little wide there on the spoon. Bishop puts in a 2:14, good enough for 10th place at the moment. The other Shinra Electric Power Company car, Sunny Bee, is currently in 4th place. And Bryn, our lap opener, is currently sitting in 5th place, so great job by Bryn so far.
There's a big train coming out of the Casio corner right now. We might see a bunch of laps ping. It's both Bahamuts and the Lexuses, all catching a draft off one another.
It looks like maybe running in a train has given them a pace advantage on the straights, but maybe not in the corners. The Racer X right now currently on dead front tires and holding up what looks like Dinosaur and potentially Matsuki.
Yeah, Dinosaur I think came off the best off of that train. He posted his best lap of a 2:12, and now he sits in 5th place, just 0.1 seconds behind Ollie Bolly, who's getting it to grips in that Bahamut in his 2nd week.
We got a race practically going on here. Racer X goes off the track there at the Dunlop curve, likely due to his tires being completely shot. I think it's Ads who is currently following here. Was it Ads? Yeah, currently following Matsuki. So Beto makes it up to number 3. So pretty huge showing right now for Avanti Corsa Honda. This will be huge for the team championships.
Bishop putting a lap together, now jumps up to 7th place.
All right, so Bishop getting warmed up, but that will be his final lap, right? As cars crossing the finish line at this moment will
32
be finishing. Yep. Sorry, go
32 Nasty calls it. Oh no, I was just trying to find him as they cross the line. 32 Nasty, best he's going to be able to do is 2nd place. Next driver to cross the line. It's going to be still that big train that was all racing together. I doubt we'll see any improvement, but maybe Matsuki might have caught a draft. Ads improves to a 2:12.
Like Dinosaur doesn't improve. Who else is crossing the line? So I think Token Timmy might be the only one who is. So Token Timmy and who's behind Token Timmy? Racer X, but Racer X went off earlier, so I think we might have our grid for the upcoming race. And this weekend, or sorry, not weekend, but this week, we will not have a sprint race for either class. It'll just be one feature race for both classes.
Yeah, this season we elected to, we had the 2 sprint races, but enough seeing, well, we kind of knew the title, all 5 titles potentially were going to go down to the line. Wow, that's pretty crazy when you think about it. 5 titles are being decided tonight. We wanted to give all of the drivers the most prep they could to prepare for this last race, and they have been putting in massive amounts of work. I don't think there's been a single day since Daytona that I've logged on and not seen a lobby at any point in the day.
Oh man, that's intense. All right, so let's take a look at the qualifying results. So Sir Hames takes pole position with a 2:09.7, a full 1.6 seconds ahead of the pack. So again, Sir Hames continues to dominate in pace, but we'll see if that plays out in the race as well. 32 Nasty PS4 VR takes 2nd place. Beto in 3rd place. So again, both Avanti Corsa Hondas are second and third. Ollie Bali for VIR is in fourth place. Sunnybee for Shinra Electric Power Company in fifth. Dinosaur for CrowdStrike Racing Lexus in sixth. Ads for Maelstrom Motorsports Nismo in seventh. Bishop in eighth. Bryn in ninth place. Token Timmy rounding out the top 10. Racer X in 11th. And then we have the Bahamut Subarus, Matsuki, and Happy Hippo in 12th and 13th. So not the best run for Bahamut, but again, like if it rains, the WRX with that four-wheel drive will have a very, very good advantage in the rain. But again, it could also not rain. Like it's we keep saying like there's rain is a risk, but again, it's only a small chance that it does rain. I don't know the actual percentage of that chance is, but I know it's not like more than 50% ish. I don't know. I don't actually know what the percentages are.
It's kind of weird to calculate like a rain percentage because the way GT7 operates, it gives you like weather scenarios, and so each slot is one of, I think it's 23 weather scenarios. So you could do the math, and I'm probably going to do it in the off season, but it's not zero, and
Yeah.
that's enough to make anybody worried.
Yeah, it would be interesting to test that out too, like if each one is weighted the same or if like the rain is weighted slightly less or more. Because let's say if you have like 4 out of 20 that are rain situations, is it going to be 1/5, or is it less than that? I would love to just do like a random generation and just like see like which ones happen, but the game doesn't necessarily tell you which like rain scenario it uses for a slot, right? Or does it?
No, I don't
I don't
know.
think it does if
I
you have it on
have like
random.
an No, I mean, you can tell when it's like torrential rain. I think the thing we've seen the most in our practice sessions is rain typically approaches from the south. Like Spoon Corner is typically where that front comes in.
Mm-hmm.
But the way the conditions work, it like ties it to. It doesn't tie it to time. We did pretty extensive testing. Toasty, myself, and Dinosaur, and it's not, the time only influences the time of day, but not the weather change. It's
Yep.
more about like the length of the race.
Yeah, and Goran in chat makes a good point. He said even the rain options are still just a chance of rain, so you can have the rain slots selected, but it could still technically not rain during that slot for weather. We've seen that happen a few times. But looking at the sky right now, looks like there are some clouds, so it's not completely sunny. So if you're just joining us, we are LRC. That stands for Learners Racing Collective. We're a group of drivers who run several events throughout the week when we have a season running. This is season 2 of the league. Runs about 7 weeks, 8 weeks long. But in the off season and even during the season, we run a lot of events that are non-committal. So if you want to learn how to get faster, race competitively against people your skill level, potentially faster or even slower, we have events for every skill level. So feel free to join us and click on the Discord invite that I pinned in chat. The Hubble says, knowing forecast percent would be good for just setting a certain weather option to race with. as a 50% forecast. So it isn't the short 5-minute rain and then sunny right after. Yeah, that'd be pretty interesting.
Looking through our drivers right now in the pit lane, seeing if I can get some initial tire choices. The majority of them are going for the hard tires, and a solid split for the mediums. Oh, nope. No one's starting on the softs. A lot of chatter among drivers is that this is going to be a one-stop race. You can expect, with that in mind, potentially a pit window anywhere from lap 10 to 13. If it's a two-stop, they might split it up to lap 7 or 8, and then 16 to 17.
Yeah, I think one potential strategy would be to extend your stints as long as possible in the chance that there is rain, and then you can kind of time your fueling up with the change in tires for rain.
Mm-hmm.
But the caveat to that, if it never does rain and the two-stop strategy is faster, then you might be potentially losing out on some time. But it's looking dark. Like looking at the looking at the screen, it looks like it's dark out there. I don't know, man. We might get some rain clouds. Like it is not sunny.
No pun intended. I am following Sunny. He's the only person on track right now, and it is hazy. It is very hazy out there. Sunny is one of my teammates in the Shinra Power Co. And his ears perk up anytime discussion of rain pops up. It's always, is it possible? When's it possible? What should I do? How should I go about it? I know he's intaking all the information he can right now about that track. He's done phenomenal. I'm so glad he joined the team as a super sub. His enthusiasm makes up for his lack of time on the team.
So checking the forecast at the moment, there is not a single rain cloud in the previous hour in game time, it looks like. And none approaching as well. So far it looks pretty good. But again, for the duration of this race, we will not know if it will change in the upcoming minutes. So again, weather can change very quickly here. And we'll get started with the race very shortly. All right, so we finally have it here, the final round of the GR4 class of Season 2 at Suzuka. Sir Hames in pole position and 32 Nasty PSVR in second. And off we go. Sir Hames with that very, very, very solid start. Both of the Avanti Corsa Hondas with a decent start, but looks like Ollie Bali gets an even better start and takes the inside. Takes second place, which could have huge ramifications of potentially of Avanti Corsa's potential victory here for the team championship. We got Dinosaur in fifth, Beto in fourth, Dinosaur in fifth, Sunny B in sixth, Ads in seventh, Token Timmy in eighth. Looks like maybe Bishop dropped back a bit, so Bryn is in ninth. Racer X in 10th, Bishop's 11th. Happy Hippo and Motsky still in 12th and 13th. So
Yeah, just
everyone
checking
off to a
Bishop's
clean
car.
start. Go ahead.
Oh, no damage on Bishop's car, so if there was an incident, it might have just been a little bump.
That's good to hear. I mean, it could have been just a bad start too, or maybe nerves, or...
Yeah, the 8.6 is probably the slowest car off the line.
Oh yeah, that's right. So very good start here overall. Pretty clean. Doesn't look like there were any incidents. Cars are starting to spread out a little bit. Looks like Ollie Bolly goes wide into Spoon, losing a few places. Oh, and almost spins out on track there. So Token Temi taking the inside, looking to take the inside of Bryn, coming up to 130R. Taking the inside of Ollie Bolly too. Let's see if he can make the overtake. Ollie Bolly going wide. So ever since Ollie Bolly went wide into Spoon, those dirty tires have caused him nothing but trouble.
Looks like 32 Nasty got ahead of Beto to retake second place back in the hunt. Maybe team orders, I'm not sure. Dinosaur, though, committed to taking third place in the championship, now sitting in fourth place ahead of Sunny B.
I'm sure Sunny B will do everything in his power to fight Dinosaur for his teammates' sake. Keeping the pressure up on Dinosaur. Dinosaur soaking in the pressure, not making any mistakes going through Degner 1 and Degner 2. Sunny B, though, finding himself on the defense here against Ads, the Maelstrom Motorsports Nismo car.
Just a funny little side note, Sunny B finally managed to change his number from Bishop's 02 to his 28.
Oh, nice.
I find that beyond comical right now. I think it was a comment by Bishop in practice of like, I'm gonna have to start charging you to start using that number. So congrats Sunny B for discovering the livery editor.
Good thing we don't have any like serious league regulations around numbers and stuff like that, like disqualify drivers for having the wrong number on track. That would be catastrophic to Shinra's team results.
Oh no, speaking of Shinra team results, Bishop now has damage on his front right.
Oh no.
And he's dropped down to 13th. Not sure what happened there. Still possible for a recovery drive. I think we were talking earlier, and I think he was favoring the 2-stop. Depending on how that car feels, he might flex to or he might adapt to a 1-stop instead. I mean, technically it's still 2, but he might call an audible on his strategy.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. So Bishop will have a lot of work to do to potentially keep his position. It's getting dark though. Maybe maybe it might start raining and his mistake might not affect him as much. It is getting darker.
Ooh, Token Timmy goes wide. I think there might have been an incident. It's tough to tell coming out of the S's into Dunlop corner, if I remember correctly.
Oh, there he goes,
Dirty
wide into
tires
Degner.
doing no favors.
Yeah, Degner 1 and Degner 2. And similar to we were talking about before, how if you lose concentration at all in the S's or on the track in general, it's similar because and similar if you go off the track, because as soon as you get dirty tires, you have to go extremely slow to make sure that you can make a lot of these corners, since they're kind of medium to high speed corners and require a lot of mechanical grip. So having those dirty tires just kind of makes you prone to more mistakes and kind of gets you into this negative feedback loop where you just keep making more and more mistakes. yeah, Sharky Mark, not quite slippery yet. It's just Token Timmy's tires are a little dirty. And he's working them clean at the moment. We got quite a train building up here. I think is it Dinosaur that's leading this train, or is it? Let's see who's leading this train. Oh, sorry, Racer X. And Ollie Bolly ahead of this train from essentially 8th place to 12th place. 13th, actually, it seems. Everyone else in the rest of the pack.
Yeah, it looks to be 2 trains forming. One being led by Sir Hames, who's kind of starting to pull away. He was at his max, he was 2.6 seconds. He's currently 2.4 ahead of 32 Nasty. But Nasty leading the way of the second train that composes of Beto, Dinosaur, Sunny B, and Ads.
Wait, is someone in the pits? Did someone just come out of the pits?
It was Bryn that went into the pits. I think he went in to repair some front right damage.
Okay.
I hope I'm not making any mistaken assumptions, but I believe it was Bryn that might have had contact with Token Timmy that caused his first off, and maybe that was a result of that damage.
Okay. Yeah, I wish we had caught that replay. So, Bryn over there just got out of the pits and having a hard time warming up those hard tires, getting them to stick to the track.
We have a massive incident in Spoon Corner. 32 Nasty has put it into the wall.
Oh no.
Drops down to 6th place, front end damage. It kind of looked like he lost it on his own. I don't think he was having pressure from Beto.
Yeah, the replay we didn't catch enough of time there. It seems like the nerves are getting to our drivers today. There's a lot to play for, a lot of stakes here. A lot of mistakes are happening. So, Dinosaur in 3rd place right now. I think he was under attack by Sunny B just now. I saw their positions change for like a split second going down the front straight. There you go. Dinosaur was able to take the position from Sunny B. Goes down the inside into turn 1. Look at that. Oh, so close. Side by side in turn 1. Takes the inside. Great pass by Dinosaur. Very clean.
Yeah, Dinosaur will be putting in a lot of work today. He'll be, unfortunately, well, we are sad to announce that Toasty won't be in our championship fight later tonight, and Dinosaur will be taking his place in the CrowdStrike Lexus. So Dinosaur's going to be very exhausted by the end of tonight. I don't think he'll be joining you at any point during the GR3 race, but I look forward to talking with him after we debrief the season.
Yeah, it would be good in general to just have like a session where we all just kind of hop in and just talk about the league and talk about what went well, what didn't go well, what we might want to change going into the future. I'm sure everyone will have lots to say. I love how Dinosaur showcases all of his FTGP badges and everything on the side of his car, on his livery. So Sunny B looking to get back at Dinosaur. Stays very tight through the chicane. Although it looks like he'll be under attack by Ads currently, who has the draft. Ads taking a look to the inside. all the way down to turn 1. Sunnybee there takes the inside to defend, forcing Ads to take the outside. And thank you for following Kato Nessa. Hope you enjoy the stream. So Sunnybee, having to defend against Ads, is struggling to keep pace with Dinosaur in the fight for the final podium position. So further down, we have Racer X currently sitting in 8th place at the moment, under attack by Happy Hippo. Getting a little squirrely there after Degner won. So even with damage, Bishop has made his way up to 10th place and is keeping pace with the cars ahead of him.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep an eye on the respective drivers that have damage, mainly 32 and Bishop. Both drivers electing not to pit to repair the damage, but so far putting in consistent lap times. Maybe it's not as detrimental as we thought.
Yeah, I would imagine the most detrimental part of that damage is potentially just having the steering feel a little inconsistent. But it looks like he's making it work. And that Lexus has such good speed down the straight. You can see Sunnybee's car kind of lag behind after the casino chicane. Dinosaur just has so much speed on that exit. It's hard for Sunnybee to stick with him in the straight, but it looks like Sunnybee makes it up in the curve sections. So it's going to be a tough pass for Sunnybee to regain that 3rd position. So all the drivers here... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to answer Kaido's question. So there's a mix between drivers on controller and on wheel in the league. It's probably about 3/4 are on wheel, maybe 1/4 on controller. So quite a good mix. Although I think today, everyone except for Token Timmy might be on wheel. Or Ads is on wheel. Ads on controller.
Yeah. Ads has shown phenomenal growth in his controller usage, though. I know he was very dejected after some of his wheel woes, but he's been putting up great fights in controller. I'm curious. I'm really interested being in the same lobbies when he gets his wheel back to see if anything was left on the table, if his lap time suffered or improved compared to his wheel time.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see. So Motsky there taking the inside and making the pass on Bishop at Spoon, but Bishop not giving it up entirely. And just ahead, Happy Hippo and looks like Racer X. Maybe Happy Hippo, okay, looks like he didn't pick up damage or anything. They both made a mistake. Happy Hippo losing the position to Motsky and Bishop down through 130R. Bishop able to repass Motsky down the straight to keep his position in front of Motsky, but now currently in 9th place due to Happy Hippo making that mistake earlier.
Yeah, it was actually, I think it was Happy Hippo had a 1-second penalty and was serving it, and Motsky, who was trailing right behind, also had to serve a penalty of a 1/2 second. and that allowed B-Ship to capitalize on Motsuki, I think, serving out of the way.
Oh no, looks like I think that was
Happy Hippo has a
Happy Hippo,
spill
yep.
in turn 1.
And you can see Motsuki was able to repass B-Ship pretty quickly down the front straight into turn 1. So that damage, I think, definitely is limiting B-Ship's capacity to make more positions further up the grid.
Ads is now putting pressure on Sunny B, who was trying to put pressure on Dinosaur going into the hairpin. They all approach Spoon Curve right now.
Sunny B getting wide there. Ads' pressure being successful. Sunny B almost spinning out. You can hear that tire squeal. So succumbs to the pressure. Ads is successful in making Sunny B make a mistake, forcing him to make a mistake. Ads moves up into 4th position and will be looking to hunt down Dinosaur, who's only about a second ahead. Although Dinosaur has been nursing his tires a little bit better than Ads. I think Ads has used up his fronts quite a bit in that battle with Sunny B, so Dinosaur will be in a good position to defend.
Yeah, going through the order and seeing all their different tire wear, I think we might be seeing our first round of pit stops, depending on if that's their intended plan, or just, I feel like there's so much more battling going on in this race than usual, and we have tons of battles. Pretty much every driver is running on near ball tires, except Dinosaur.
Yeah, Dinosaur from the beginning of the season to the end has seen tremendous improvements just from the last 2 races alone. He had a rough couple races in the midseason where I think it was Laguna. He had a few issues at Laguna. And then
I think it was also Interlagos. I think he had a very rough time.
Yeah, that was a very rough time for him as well. But he is looking to overcome that today at Suzuka and potentially finish in 3rd place in the overall Drivers' Championship.
B-Ship was the only one that pitted that lap, repairing that damage, and it looks like he's going to do a 2-stop on the mediums. And Beto has actually passed Sir Hames. Those front tires are starting.
I wonder if that was maybe Sir Hames had got a penalty or something. Let's see if I caught that on replay. Oh no, so it looks like Beto is coming out of Spoon ahead of Sir Hames, so interesting.
Yeah, Sir Hames' lap times were slowly increasing, and lap 6 was a 2:13, and then it jumped up a full second to 2:14, and then another full second at 2:15. Sir Hames has shown a great ability to run the tires ragged and still put down consistent lap times, but this might be, Suzuka just might be a little too much on this front tires.
Yeah, and if you take a look at Beto's tire wear, he's not even like past 50% on his fronts. So Beto in a great position here to potentially win the race for Avanti Corsa Honda. So further down, Dinosaur still leading this pack of 3. Ads not able to pull away from Sunny B. Sunny B still in the fight, very much in the fight. So Dinosaur not only having to fend off two cars. He's gonna, or sorry, having not only to fend Ads, but he's also have to fend off Sunny B as well. Dinosaur will be hoping that Ads and Sunny B will continue to fight for that 4th position to keep himself ahead. But Dinosaur here sees Sir Hames up front and is closing down pretty quickly, so Dinosaur might be in a good position to finish even higher than 3rd place today. Yeah, Sir Hames' lap times are suffering pretty severely now that those front tires are completely gone.
Still elects to stay out. Beto taking full advantage of that error on Sir Hames' part, extending the gap to 6 seconds already in the span of 2 laps. Right now, it looks like Beto's the only one setting laps in 2:13s as of the last 5 laps. Keeping an eye on everybody as they pass the pit lane. I'm pretty sure everyone's electing to go for the 1-stop if it's still possible for them.
Sunny B there with the extra traction on the inside of the Dunlop corner. Takes the inside, but they go side by side into Degner 1. Oh, and then Ads backs out. Oh, that's a good decision there by Ads, but Ads goes slightly wide, and Ads follows him. Ads struggling to keep it straight, almost puts it into the... Oh, he gets damaged, though, on his front left. He must have hit the wall there. Oh, my goodness.
Hard but fair racing. I mean,
Degner 1 is so tricky when you're racing and going in side by side. It is not a friendly corner for side-to-side racing.
No, I view Degner 1 as like the Eau Rouge of Japan. There's only one way to take it, and going side by side is near suicide, in my opinion.
Yeah, if you're on the inside, you're going to hit the car on the outside. If you're on the outside, you're likely going to be in the sand. Dinosaur here.
Maximum pressure.
Yeah, maximum pressure onto Sir Hames. Through the 130R and into the braking zone. Stays neat and tidy behind Sir Hames, looking for a good exit behind Sir Hames to get that draft down the straight. Although it looks like Sir Hames went into the pits, so Dinosaur won't have that slipstream. And it looks like Ads also went into the pits as well. So both of those cars pitting at the entrance of the beginning of the pit entrance window, essentially. So they're looking to pit at the end of lap 11 and potentially extend their second stint through to the end of the race. So the cars that have better tire wear are electing to stay out to potentially extend the front stint and either go for something like mediums in the second stint and a lighter fuel load. I think I just saw a message from Bryn on Discord saying that he might have to retire from the race.
Oh no.
So Sir Hames comes out of the pits in 6th place, makes the pass on Matsuki fairly easily through the S's with fresh tires. Looking to do the same with Token Timmy, but he has to do this cleanly. Takes the inside out of Degner 2 and into the hairpin.
A bit of a love tap from Token Timmy, but that's just the nature of the hairpin.
So Sir Hames is going to have to go the second stint with a potentially with 1 lap longer than he did in the first stint. So he's going to have to save and conserve his tires more than he did his first stint. Otherwise, he's going to have another lap that's going to be like a 3+ second from his normal pace, which could be the difference between finishing second, third, or first. So Sir Hames has a lot of work to do here on the back foot for the first time, it seems, since Mount Panorama. I think that was round 3, 2?
Round 2. Yeah, Interlagos, I believe, was 3. And for a time, he was leading that race. He actually just had that turn 1 spill due to his cat, if I remember correctly.
Yep. So unfortunate. Beto coming out of the pits maintains his lead over Sir Hames, who will look to retake that as soon as possible.
Yeah, Sir Hames made up a ton of speed, or a ton of time in the pit stop. He came in with 10% more fuel than Beto and was able to drop that 6-second gap down to 4, or down, reduce it by 4 seconds to 2.2 right now.
Yeah, and again,
Sunny B leading. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, and again, Sir Hames is gonna have to keep up with Beto, but also conserve his tires. I think Beto went and switched to the mediums. So again, Sir Hames is gonna have to find that extra pace, but also conserve his tires more than he did in the first stint, and potentially pass Beto all at the same time on mediums. So quite the uphill battle for Sir Hames at the moment. Motor Swap, thank you for following. We got the Dinosaur fan club in chat right now, so go Dinosaur.
Oh, that's Taco Colazo, one of our drivers from last week. I believe he's from Good Racing, if I'm not. Well, welcome in, Motor Swap.
So Sunny B currently in the pit stop, in the pits right now. He's looking to overcut Dinosaur and Ads. We'll see where he comes out. The Dinosaur building the lap from Ads from that first stint by having potentially more fuel on board and not having to fuel as much through the pit stop. The refuel rate in the league is 3 liters per second. So if you save quite a bit of fuel during your stints, you can actually pass someone in the pit stop by simply having to refuel your car less. But Sunny B here comes out of the pits in front of Dinosaur on the mediums. So Dinosaur finding himself needing to pass Sunny B once again to retake the final podium position in the second half of this race. Dinosaur has seen a lot of action today. That's no question about that. back up with Sir Hames up the front of the pack. Sir Hames picks up a 1-second penalty for exceeding track limits. This will hurt him in his fight against Beto. He's having a tremendous race right now. He joined the league, I think it was second race in as a substitute for VIR. Made the jump to Avanti Corsa full time, I think by race 3. And now he's fighting for the race win here at the final round in Suzuka. Quite the progression.
Yeah, this might be a good time to shout out all of our substitutes and mercenary drivers. We've had quite a bit of them this season, and if any of you guys are watching, biggest thank yous from LRC and Dino in particular for subbing in for various teams and just delivering tremendous results on a whim, jumping into the car, sometimes with zero practice, and trusting the tune and strategy of their teammates. It's also a testament to how like all the teams came together. Originally teams of 3 in last season, teams of 4 this season. So much information being swapped around, so many suspicions being put to rest, and paranoia about tunes. I think within my network there's 8 people that are part of Shinra from the original 4. So just a really massive season, all encompassing so many aspects.
And if you're just joining us, the league is LRC's main series event that we do about every three times every year, I would say. The series lasts about 8 weeks long. And currently, this season, we have 28 drivers split into 2 classes, 14 each. And amongst the 28 drivers, we have 7 teams, so 4 drivers per team, and 2 are in each class. So, for example, Shinra will have 2 drivers in this class, the GR4 class, and then 2 drivers in the GR3 class, which the feature race will start after this GR4 feature race. So we have essentially 5 championships up for grabs. We have the driver championship for the GR3 class, the team championship for the GR3 class, and then we have the driver and the team championship for the GR4 class, and then finally an overall team championship where the points from the teams in both the GR3 and GR4 class are aggregated. So it's kind of like the total team points across both divisions. So even though if you might not be doing well with your team in one division, your results will still help the overall team championship if you're fighting for the championship there. So really cool setup. A lot of inter-team communication required, a lot of teamwork, and we enjoy that a lot at LRC. We enjoy helping our fellow drivers out, helping them learn, helping them improve. And most of the events at LRC in general are set up to help drivers come in and learn new techniques, learn strategies, learn how to do league racing. So if you're relatively new to GT7 or racing in general and you want to learn, definitely hit us up. Join us on Discord. The link is stickied or pinned at the top of Twitch chat.
Rogue in the chat asking how's the race so far. As kind of a mid-race summary, for a while it looked like Sir Hames was going to run away with it, but unfortunately had a pretty nasty spill at one point, and is now in second, chasing first, who is Beto, the unexpected Honda driver, I would say. I mean, we can also touch on 32 Nasty. He was also right in the hunt until he had a nasty spill at Spoon Corner, and he's now running in 6th on a recovery drive. But again, back to Beto, just having a phenomenal drive. He's purple in Sector 2 right now. He might be on for a new fastest lap. Maximizing points for Avanti Corsa tonight. And then down the order, I guess the story so far for many drivers is tire wear. Is a lot of understeer we're seeing in the latter half of the stints. People electing to push for the one stop. I think only 2 drivers are on a 2 stop right now. Beto sets a new fastest lap of 2:11.
I know we spoke a lot about rain in the pre-race discussions, but it looks like we won't be having any rain today. Hopefully I didn't just jinx it.
I will come back for you if it, I swear, if it's in the GR3 race, I will be coming back and I will be having words. I think rain would have had the most impact here in the GR4 race, though, just because of the different drivetrains. The all-wheel drive is, as a former all-wheel drive racer in Season 1, rain was the least of our problems when that, or traction was the least of our problems during the rainy season.
Yeah.
But in the GR3, every car is FR. I think there's one mid-engine car. We will all be panicking if rain comes out.
Yeah. I think that's one thing I don't particularly love about having different manufacturers in the GR4 class when rain is a potential issue, is that just the drivetrain has such a huge advantage, or the all-wheel drivetrain has such a huge advantage. Kind of makes it a little unfair. Yeah, but at the same time, it does have its disadvantages around tire wear. So you could say in the end it does equalize, but I guess it just kind of depends on how much rain you get in a season. So this season in particular, we've had none. So I would imagine that the all-wheel drivetrain was maybe a net negative. But seeing as Sir Hams has dominated, I don't think that has been much of an issue for him.
Yeah, I'm looking forward after this race and after all the races tonight to kind of parse through the data and see the highs and lows of the respective team. It'd be nice. I think Dyno typically plans a celebratory race the following week where everyone drives the championship car. I don't know how we're going to decide which car that is with so many championships at play, but it'd be nice if we stream that to kind of go through and highlight respective races and see the moments where certain cars shined and others suffered greatly, or again, even like drivers or cars did so much better than we anticipated.
Tug and Timmy having a little bit of a lockup, or it looks like maybe some tire squeal there into Spoon, and Bishop able to capitalize it and take 11th position after coming out of the pits. So Bishop made his second stop and is now on softs, so he's looking to make his way up the order here. Happy Hippo currently in the pits right now, but Bishop will be looking to make potentially, I don't know, anywhere between 10 to 15 seconds, hopefully by the end of this race. A tall order, but let's see if he'll be able to maximize his points in order to keep that third position in the championship. So Ads getting a poor exit out of Spoon finds himself under attack by 32 Nasty PSVR. 32 Nasty with damage earlier in the race. has clawed his way back up into 6th place, so good recovery drive so far by him. He's now looking to make the pass on Ads, who's struggling a bit with his front tires. And Nasty with the current fastest lap at the moment with a 2:11.9. Bali going wide at 130R, trying to stay ahead of Racer X as much as possible. You can feel that CrowdStrike Racing Lexus breathing down his neck. And Motsky finding himself very close to Bishop already. Bishop is already less than 2 seconds behind Motsky. So those softs putting in the work. Motsky currently lapping at around 2:15. His last lap at a 2:18. So he's going to be a sitting duck for Bishop. And it looks like Racer X and Ollie Bali are both in the 18s at the moment. So Bishop looking potentially at a 7th place finish here if he can make up the ground in these closing laps.
And in the meantime, 32 Nasty moved up to 5th, pulling off a stellar pass on Ads, and is pulling away rapidly. Now chasing Dinosaur, 6 seconds ahead of him with 4 laps to go.
Yeah, it's looking dark. I was just about to make that comment. So Flying Disc mentioned that it's looking dark. If we get rain here in the closing laps, it'll be absolute chaos. Oh my God! If we get rain on the last couple laps, that's absolutely insane.
Well, in some of the simulation races, we did put rain as like the final weather condition, and again, the onset of torrential rain, if that's what it is tremendous.
So back up with our leader, Beto currently in 1st place with an 11-second lead. He's got plenty of mediums, life left in those mediums. And as the rain, if rain does start coming down, the advantage goes to tire compounds that are soft. So Bishop would have a huge advantage if it starts raining. But again, if that's only light rain, you get that advantage. If it starts torrential downpouring, like if you're on slicks, it's going to be bad regardless if you're gonna whatever tire compound you're going to be on. But yeah, it is getting dark out there.
Sir Hames gap to Sunny B down to 2 seconds from 3. And yeah, Bishop's still stuck behind Motsky.
And the S is being a tough section to pass on, especially cleanly. Looks like Motsky has held him up quite a bit in that last lap. He was lapping at 2:12. Oh, he finally gets around Motsky there as Motsky is unable to turn the car around the final right-hander of the S's. That off-camber angle there making it extremely difficult if you have very low tire wear or very high degraded tires.
Track temperature is giving no favors to Sir Hames. His front tires are now bald, and Sunny B closes that gap to half a second.
Wow, so Sunny B looking for that 2nd place finish right now. Starting to see some sunlight come back, so maybe we are out of the woods here in terms of rain. see that sun shining off the cars there as they make their way through the S's. Sunny B getting closer. Oh, Sunny B looking to get alongside Sir Ames there at the end of the S's into the Dunlop corner. Takes the inside through, yep, and through goes Sunny B to take that second position from Sir Ames. Sir Ames struggling on those front tires, completely dead, racing hards. Again, like we were saying before, he had to really conserve those tires for a second stint, so really tough job there for Sir Ames to not only conserve them, but also to try to catch up to Beto. I think he ended up wasting them away by trying to go faster. So Sir Ames might find himself vulnerable to Dinosaur and potentially 32 Nasty PSVR, since we have essentially 2.5 laps left and Dinosaur's only 5 seconds behind. So if he's averaging maybe around 2 to 3 seconds per lap faster, he will be able to potentially take that third place position and end up on the podium. That is if him and Nasty don't fight too much amongst each other. Sir Ames will be praying to Bibendum for that to happen. We got another train here. So Bishop was able to get around Mosky. We saw that earlier. Now he is coming up on Racer X and Olibali. Racer X makes the mistake, or sorry, that was Olibali makes the mistake going out of Degner 2. And Bishop able to take that position. And now he's got Racer X in his sights for that 7th position. Although Racer X struggling on those racing hard tires. And you can see that grip is not there in Despoon. Bishop able to take the inside on the exit of the Spoon. But they're going to be side by side going into the 130R. That Lexus pretty fast in a straight line. Bishop not able to stay alongside. I think Bishop will have to make the pass in the cornering sections of the track since he does not have the same top speed as the Lexus does. Seems like he's got a little bit more downforce in his car compared to the Lexuses. Lexi?
Small incident down at Spoon Curve. Token Timmy probably having a rough day at the office, unfortunately, but he gets it back on track and he's going to be able to finish strong.
Olibali's tires are completely gone on the front. He was ahead of Racer X and Bishop and wasn't able to defend and keep the position.
32 Nasty looking to make a move on Sir Ames.
And Sir Ames has fallen back. And so Nasty got around Dinosaur there and again looking to make his way around Sir Ames, but this might open up the door for Dinosaur to come back into the battle against Nasty in the closing lap, which Beto and Sunny B are currently already on, so we're on the final lap. Beto in the lead right now with 14 seconds ahead of Sunny B. So it's quite tight here in the closing laps for the podium positions, but also essentially from like 7th and down as well. Looks like Bishop was able to make his way past Racer X. Oh, look at that, and Nasty's looking for every possible way to get around Sir Ames. He bumps into him slightly, and it looks like he backs off just a little bit to avoid any potential penalty. And unfortunately, Dinosaur is stuck behind all of that. not able to take advantage of the situation. Oh man, quite the battle here for the final podium position. If Sir Hames can hold on to third place until the straights, he might be able to hold on.
Goes wide in the hairpin.
Oh, and they go side by side, exiting the hairpin, but that Mazda has that acceleration, and the Honda just can't keep up. Dinosaur trying to find his way around. So meanwhile, Beto comes across the chicane, the casino chicane for one last time. Congratulations, Beto. He has had a mega drive into the last corner of Suzuka. And it looks like as we were celebrating with Beto, Nasty was able to get around Sir Hames and Dinosaur. So Sunny B takes it home for second place around the final corner. Oh, so Sir Hames makes the way past Dinosaur and the chicane. 32 Nasty PSVR. Oh my God! So Sir Hames goes side by side with Dinosaur into the final lap. Makes the finish just like a tenth of a second ahead of Dinosaur. Ads crosses the finish line in 6th place. And Bishop, what a drive by him. Not the best qualifying, not the best start. Had damage on this first couple of laps. Was able to make it back with his 2-stop strategy on the softs at the end of the race. So epic drive by Bishop. Potentially enough to, I don't know, we'll see. It might be enough to save him from being demoted off of the podium. Rounds the final corner. So Bishop finishing in 7th place. Kind of a 3-way battle here between Ollie Bolly, Racer X, and Happy Hippo crossing the line. Happy Hippo almost making it past Racer X on the last second there. And Mosky takes 12th. Token Timmy takes, Mosky takes 11th. Token Timmy takes 12th. My goodness. So incredible race. Congratulations to Beto. That was an epic drive by him. Starting from 2nd place. Or 3rd place, I think it was, in the qualifying section. So let's go over the results one more time. So Beto with the win today, from being an alternate driver at VAR to being a race winner at our final round in Suzuka. Sunny B takes 2nd place, an epic result for Shinra Power Electric Company. And 32 Nasty PSVR with the 3rd place finish with the fastest lap. Sir Hames takes 4th, unexpected from the HHR driver. Dinosaur takes 5th. He was looking for a podium finish today, but wasn't able to make it. Ads in 6th place, solid finish by Ads. 7th place finish by Bishop. Again, rough start to his race, but great recovery drive by him. Ollie Bolly in 8th. Racer X in 9th. Happy Hippo and Mosky, the 2 Bahamut drivers, in 10th and 11th. Toki Timmy in 12th, and unfortunately a DNF for Bryn due to needing to leave the race. So do we have our provisional standings here for the championship, Alan, by any chance?
We do. I rushed over as the cars were finishing to input them. I know a lot of people are going to be running to that spreadsheet right away, including me and us. So yeah, we can take a look at the results.
All right. So looking at the results right now, the provisional results, again, this doesn't take into account any penalties that are applied for after the race. So Sir Hames takes the championship with 125 points. 32 Nasty PSVR takes second place with 113. And Beto coming up from, I think it was like fifth or sixth position, takes the third place with 69 points. And unfortunately, Bishop drops down off of the podium into fourth place with 66 points. Dinosaur is in fifth. Ads takes sixth place. Motsky in seventh. Token Timmy in eighth. We have Little Jacob, Nixon in 10th. Bryn, again with the DNF, unfortunately, he is in 11th. Sunny B moves up to 12th. Racer X in 13th. And then Ollie Bolly is 15th. And that's, all right, and Happy Hippo ends up in 19th. So for the team championship standings, Avanti Corsa Honda takes the win with 169 points. HHR Mazda is a 137 and almost surpassed by Shinra here with a 131. So 6-point difference between the two. Congratulations to the top three finishers of the GR4 class. Epic result. Great effort by all the teams involved. Bahamut in fourth place. Maelstrom Motorsports in fifth. Crowdtrack Racing in sixth. And then Bet Intimidating in seventh. And so this currently updates our overall team standings with Avanti Corsa in the lead at with 312 points. HHR Mazda with 282. Shinra at 255. Crowdtrack Racing with 221. Maelstrom Motorsports in fifth place with 216. Bahamut Subaru with 182. And Bet Intimidator Racing in seventh place with 131 points. So a lot of positions are still up for grabs in the overall team. So a lot can change in the GR3 class, which we'll have coming up in a few moments. So Alan, any closing thoughts?
A spectacular season. I'm glad we capped it off with a new winner with Beto, just an absolutely stellar drive. And 32 Nasty, just that improvement over the course of the season. I mean, I could go on about each individual driver and just special moments, and I'm hoping we get a chance to talk about everyone at length at another time, but just an incredible season. My heart is in my mouth right now just because my team is on the cusp of third place in the overall, and I've got to go prepare for my drive. So I will see you guys at the very end of the GR3 race with our final provisional standing. So thanks for having me, Wonka. I will see you on the other side.
All right. Good luck, Alan. And so if you're joining us, we have another race. We have the final GR3 class race coming up in just a moment. We will end the stream here and then we'll continue very shortly. So if you're following us, this is the final round of the league. This is our main series that we have at LRC. So definitely hit that subscribe button, and then also all of our races will get posted to our YouTube channel. So if you want to catch up and rewatch the series and watch the league races and watch the stories unfold over time, there's a whole playlist with all of our league season 2 races there. So definitely check out our YouTube channel. So once again, we will end the stream here and then we'll pick it back up in just a few minutes. So please hang tight.